Hi, welcome to our league match versus Kosmos FC. Team news, lots of icons everywhere now because we're in the process of starting to release our team and all these yellow cards. I've never seen so many plates, to be honest, on our team. It's crazy, all of these plates. But anyway, team news really, full strength squad except Arellano's got a knock, but he's going to start anyway. We're just going with our normal team, normal tactic. I think actually we might do this more controlling one. I think that worked out quite well for us in the last match. Just set up like this and see how we go. We'll wish them good luck. They're actually not playing their normal 4-2-4 either, so they've opted with a more balanced formation as well. Phew. I think, it's hard to say. Pretty balanced, really. I'm just going to pause and have a think. Damn. Right, I guess we go more attacking now because it's not particularly working out for us, and we can up that tempo. And I think we might be in trouble. We'll battle it out, but I think this is sort of our bogey team. They have a pretty good record against us and couldn't really afford, I don't think, to concede from their first two shots on target. But we will fight till the end. But we're very much on the back foot here. But we'll fight. Jai has got a knock. I think that's probably. I think the sign to sub him off. It's just 2-4. I think Cunningham comes on. And we are actually outplaying them. We are 74% possession. Obviously to have that record that we have in the league, to win all of our matches required good fortune at multiple points along the way, and now it seems that we're being paid back in spades, basically, and I think we're undone. I think we can't win from here. Unfortunately, we'll try, of course, we'll try. I mean, we'll just keep trying to have chances. We're having chances. We'll keep trying to have more chances. We'll try and score. But I think it was over before, and now it's even more over. But at the end of the day, we can't really do anything much here except just try and have more chances. And that's just even more the case now, really. You know, we needed to have a lot of chances, 3 goals down. We need to have even more chances now, 4 goals down. Even more chances now that we're 5 goals down. I think this is just sometimes it all goes wrong, I guess, is the is the lesson to be learned here. And at some point we got to know when to give up. And I think we were just about to say we're going to give up at half time, some of our best players, but just been thrown a lifeline. We won't give up just yet. We will plug away a little bit longer, but it's very close to being it. But been thrown a lifeline, and I guess we will persevere. We'll keep going. Let's just keep going. We've got a decent chance flow, creating more than them. I don't know what else we can do, really. They're a good team, and I think we just it was a real shame that they ended up getting that extra couple goals, because if it was only the 3, obviously it'd be 2-3 right now, and it would all be looking very different to being 2-5. I think at this point we definitely need more goals. There's no point pretending we don't. I think we just bring on the more, just put Lee back into attacking fullback, and bring on another attacking player instead of a really defensive one, because at this point there isn't a lot of time left to score 3 more goals, and we've just got to take the risk that they might score. We've got no choice. We just got to take risks in this situation to have any chance to get a result. And we're still having chances, we just not scoring, and we need to score. And we got a goal. We need some luck. We definitely can't afford to concede another goal now. Still got to score 2 more. Still a real tall order. It's just a real shame that they 5 goals just too much to come back from, I think, but we'll try. And I think we are reaching that sort of territory where we can make that last sub. I just don't know who it is. Because we got 3 defenders on the bench. And I really don't know about that change, but I really just got to take a risk, I think, because just probably pressing too late there, I don't know, but some mistakes were probably made. I just Arellano 7 shots, he's let us down this match. He started with a knock. You know, maybe he shouldn't have played. But it's over now. Tough, real tough. 5 goals down. So hard to come back from 5 goals down. Plus a knock to what is probably our best player. Such an awkward start, like losing your best player and being got 5 goals down. So hard to come back from that. I think, you know, the bigger issue really is I think whilst we're chasing the 5 goals, I think we did well. I think this whole second half we did well. I think the changes, we had to take risks, we took risks, we were bold. We had to be hardly bold or losing 5-0, but you know, we did what needed to be done in order to have chances to score goals and give yourself some kind of a chance. I think we did that well. The mistakes basically in this match, why we lost, lie in how we ended up 5-0 down to begin with. And I think it's just hard when they score off the first 2 shots in a match like this. I think they scored 5 from their first 7 on target or something. I mean, it's pretty crazy. They didn't really do hardly anything. I mean, they didn't have to do hardly anything. That's the thing. They had a 5-goal lead. They didn't need to do anything hardly from that point. They just had to not concede 5 goals, which isn't the hardest thing to do. This is where we get a bit undone, I think, because the backing off, you can get punished. If we weren't backing off so much, no way we would have conceded 5 goals. But I don't know, I do think this is sometimes you just get unlucky. Sometimes there's just nothing you can do, and you're going to lose. I just think that this might have just been one of those matches where sometimes you just lose, unfortunately, and the decision here to sub off GI, I think I had to. Cunningham at the end of the day had a decent match, scored a goal, created a couple of chances. Can't really. I think that was all right. Should it have been a bit quicker straight after? Possibly, I don't know. Should have been a bit later. Don't think so. Was it right to not sub off Lee even though he had a yellow card earlier? I think so. And he actually had a great game. Created 5 chances, scored a goal, prevented 2. He had a great game. So I think it was correct to run the risk that he might get a red card and we'd just implode and that would be over. I think that risk had to be taken. That was correct. I think all in all the decision making wasn't that bad. Really, I think the decisions were okay. Honestly, I just think it's just really hard to come back from 5 goals down without your best player. I think it's just really, really hard. And we weren't perfect. Yeah, probably this sub, for example, should have been straight after the knock, not 2 minutes later. So that was like 1 minute late or whatever. I think this timing was about right. You wanted Pires to have an impact. You wanted him to sort of take advantage over a bit more tired players. I think timing was pretty good there. And I think the bigger mistake in this match, really, probably the biggest mistake of all, was that our bench wasn't set up correctly. Seemingly, because we needed, I think, typically speaking in this match, it might have made sense that because we have 3 defenders, a goalkeeper, 2 attacking players, with Cunningham and Pires. So we had 2 attacking players, a goalkeeper, a central midfielder, who's not any more attacking than our starting central midfielders, who can both comfortably last the match out. We ended up subbing off Koku, who's one of our best players, and he can last the match out easily. It didn't make a lot of sense. It was the only way we could go more attacking, that's the problem. And I think the issue really was that because Arellano was starting with a knock, I think we should have started with 1 less defender on the bench, just 2 instead of 3, and we should have had 1 more attacking player on the bench. Because basically what's happened is we're 5 goals down and we've had one of our attacking players get a knock right early, so we've had to use this up for that. So we're in a position where we're 5 goals down and then they've only got 1 player left on the bench. That's the attacking player that can help us be more attacking. We need to get 5 goals and we can bring on 1 player, 1 attacking player from the bench. We had 2 obviously, but one of them we had to sub on for the knock, so we only have 1 left. And who knows, maybe if we had another attacking player on the bench, maybe we would have got the 5 goals with them on. It would have given us, it would have taken a miracle, but it would have given us more chance to achieve that miracle. But I think it's really hard, all in all though, it's really hard to plan to set your bench up to come back from 5 goals down as well, and having a knock. But I think it was a mistake. Hard to say, really hard to say, because obviously if you flip this all around and we get lucky ourselves and we score off our first 2 shots on target and we're winning 2-0, having those 3 defenders on the bench probably just allows us to close the match out really easily. So hard to say. I think it's also complicated by the fact that we don't have any other good attacking players. That's where our squad depth is really light. So I think maybe it wasn't even a mistake. I think it is what it is. Sometimes you just lose and there's nothing you can do about it, and it might just be one of those times. I think the thing that when you say there's nothing we can do about it, well, actually there is something we can do about it. We can go out and we could have spent 10 or 15 million pounds on another striker to use as a substitute impact striker, and it's what our squad has been missing for months and months. We've been missing another striker, and if we had that striker and they were on the bench, That's what we needed this game. We needed another good quality striker to come in off the bench to help us this match. That's really, so it wasn't about it. It's a wider, bigger issue here that our squad has a deficiency, and we largely get away with that deficiency, but not this game. We were completely exposed to this game. So I think that's enough, really. That's obviously ended our run. We finally lose. Fair play to Kosmos. He is our bogey team, though. He's typically beats us twice every season, so this season we beat him once at least, so I guess we should be happy with that. And they're having a great season. They're in the Sans Peril Cup final, I believe, so I think, let's just try and win our cups that we're in now. We don't have that. I think it was disrupting our judgment a bit, to be honest, having this unblemished league record, making us field teams, making us place a disproportionate emphasis on trying to get league results, because we don't need them. We've won the league, and we think this might be good in the end in regards to winning more competitions, winning some cups. I think this might actually be a blessing in disguise. So thank you Pro 66, thank you Neos Kosmos, because I think you might have helped us win a couple cup competitions, hopefully. So cheers, thanks for watching, and catch you for the next game.